Alright guys, lying hammy curl. It's almost not worth doing a video on this because everyone knows how to do it, but I think we could probably do it a little bit better. And so the first thing we do is understand what's the point of the machine. So this versus say seated leg curl, we're probably going to get a little bit more range of motion here, meaning the knees are going to flex a little bit more, meaning we might get some more range and shorten the hammy, so not always a bad thing to shorten a muscle under good controlled load. Lying leg curl, I find again with that extra range of motion, may as well be the one we do it in. The seated leg curl is just really conducive to loading up with heavy weight, particularly got like a seat belt on it and just go for gold, so to speak. And so with that in mind, I'd rather load up on that one for 2 legs and then maybe stick with this one for something if we're going to do anything unilateral. And just probably one thing that's worth doing if you want to get a reference point as to how it probably should feel at the top of the movement is just keeping your knees together, holding on to something if you need to, and just curling the leg up, and that's going to give that crampy feeling through there. Just make sure the knees are level with each other, we're not like that. Basically how both legs should be on there, and if you can't feel it, you can push your toe further away, and that'll stop the gastrocnemius calf getting too involved. So let's do a set. I like to have the knees just below the padding and pretty well, braced as best you can be. And the ignition of the movement for both variations is just driving the thigh into the padding. So as if you've got your hand under your thigh, you'd be squashing it at all times. Coming about 9/10 of the way down, we don't want to come into a sort of like relax and then contract, relax muscle. So driving, keeping those hips down as much as we can. There'll be a little bit of raising up, keep it minimal. Controlling the rep at all stages, driving the thigh down to come up. Obviously we do both legs, in terms of the 2-legged variation, setup's the same, and that's why you can go from a single-legged variation straight into a double-legged if you really want to finish the hammies off, so to speak. Same deal, just trying to keep the hips relatively stable and just driving the thigh down. If you want to make this one a little bit harder, you can push your toes away and just turn the gastrocnemius calf muscle off a little bit, make the hammies a little bit more exposed, but just be mindful you don't lose control of the repetition. Generally speaking, just have feet sort of neutral, relaxed, not pulled in, not pushed out too much unless you're doing it purposefully. And that's movement. So in terms of the assisted reps, if you've got someone to obviously help, I guess, keep it moving, you can obviously do that. The single-legged variation, like I mentioned earlier, is a good candidate for that. So when you're pretty cooked, say you get to there and you're struggling with that top bit, just a little bit of help, and just make sure you can control the eccentric. Once you can't control the way down anymore, that's probably the end of the set. Just a little bit of help, just up to there and then down. So that is our 2 variations of lying hamstring curl.